So, well, Abin Fagat, Devasena, switch on your videos.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning. Leave 14. Yeah, Devasena, it's okay. This is the first chemistry class in this new year, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I wish you all of you a wonderful year ahead.
Thank you.
How was your new year? Nice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, what about the first 20 elements in the periodic table? Did you learn that? Huh? Yes or no? Srihari?
Oh, ma'am.
Why no? Huh? Try it. From hydrogen. I will help you. Try. Okay, wait. After Jerlin. Jerlin, tell me the first 20 elements. All of you switch on your videos. Yeah.
Hydrogen, helium,
Okay.
hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon,
Neon. Then 11. 11th one.
sodium, magnesium,
Hmm.
aluminum,
Yeah.
silicon,
Hmm.
phosphorus,
Hmm.
sulfur,
Hmm.
fluorine, argon.
Yeah, it's 18. What about 19th and 20? It's potassium and calcium. Okay. 19th one, potassium, then calcium. Very good, Geraldine. Okay, Srihari, tell me.
Hydrogen,
Yeah.
helium,
Okay.
lithium,
Yeah.
beryllium,
Beryllium.
beryllium,
Fifth one. It's boron.
boron,
Yeah.
and
6.
carbon,
Yeah, carbon. 7. 7.
oxygen,
Oxygen, it's 8. Nitrogen, then oxygen. Then, you can learn for the next class, okay?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Revu,
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell me the first 20 elements in the periodic table? All of you switch on your videos. Yeah, Revu, tell me.
Ma'am, I don't know.
Don't know.
Ma'am,
Anjali?
I didn't realize that.
Okay, learn for the next class, okay, Revu?
Okay, ma'am.
Anjali Priya, first 20 elements.
Hydrogen,
Yeah.
helium, lithium,
Mm.
beryllium,
Mm.
boron,
Mm.
carbon, nitrogen,
Yeah.
oxygen,
Mm.
fluorine,
Mm.
neon,
Mm.
sodium,
Mm.
magnesium,
Mm.
aluminum,
Mm.
silicon,
Mm.
phosphorus,
Yeah.
sulfur,
Mm.
chlorine,
Mm.
argon.
Potassium, calcium. Okay, very good. So all of you study this 20 elements for the next class, okay? You should study. It's by heart, okay? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Please switch on your videos if you have no network issues. Then tell me, what do you mean by this valency? Dominic? Sovel? Amarin? Switch on your videos. Jaslyn? Abin? Kshetra? Bastin? Minha? Minha, can you hear me?
Yes,
Minha?
ma'am.
You after a long time, what happened? Minha?
Yes, ma'am.
You come after a long time. What happened to you?
There was no phone.
Oh, that's why. Okay, fine. So, Minha, you attend the last class? No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Adulya, tell me, what do you mean by this valency?
The electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom are known as.
Yeah, we cannot generalize as the number of electrons present in the outermost shell. It's not a complete answer, because in the case of oxygen, then nitrogen, etc., we are not taking the number of electrons present in the outermost shell as valency. We are taking the number of electrons needed to become the 8 electrons as valency. So we can define this valency as the number of electrons gained, shared or lost. Okay, gained, shared or lost to become the 8 electrons or octet electrons in the outermost shell as valency. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's the definition of valency. And anyone can tell me? Yeah, this is the valency table. This is the correct definition. The number of electrons gained or lost or shared so as to make the octet of electrons in the outermost shell, or it is the combining capacity of element. It is known as valency. Srihari,
Yes, ma'am.
what about the atomic number of oxygen?
Ma'am, 12.
Oh, no.
Ma'am, 16.
Atomic number, not mass. Atomic
8.
number.
Ma'am, 8.
Yeah, it's 8. So, what about the number of protons and number of electrons? I told you that atomic number is equal to the number of protons and number of electrons. So, what about the number of protons and number of electrons, Srihari? Atomic number and number of protons and number of electrons is equal.
Ma'am, 8.
Yeah, it's 8. So, how can we fill this 8 electrons in different shell? In the K shell, Srihari, tell me.
Ma'am, 2.
Yeah, 2. What about L shell?
4.
Remaining, the maximum capacity is 8. Here 2 is already filled. Then remaining,
Ma'am, 6.
yeah, 6. So what about the valency of this oxygen? How
Ma'am,
many
2.
electrons? Yeah, it's 2. 2 electrons. 2 more electrons are needed to become 8. That's why we are taking this valency as 2. What about the case of hydrogen? Not hydrogen. Beryllium. Beryllium. Sania, tell me.
Atomic number is 4.
Yeah, atomic number is 4. Then what about the number of electrons and number of protons?
4 and
Yeah, it's
4
4.
itself.
4. Then what about the filling of electrons? In the K shell,
2.
2. L shell,
2.
2. What about the valency? Here we are taking this,
2.
yeah, 2. So in some elements we are taking the valency as the number of electrons present in the outermost shell, okay? But in some other elements we are taking how many electrons are needed to become the 8 electrons, that is as valency. That's why we are taking this 2 in the case of oxygen. Okay, clear? So in this one, hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, we are taking this number of electrons present in the outermost shell as valency. Okay, but in the case of nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, not neon, till fluorine. we are taking here, the number of electrons is outermost shell is 5, 6 and 7, but here the valence is 3, 2 and 1. This is because here we are taking the number of electrons needed to become 8. Okay, number of electrons needed to become 8. In this case, we are simply taking the number of electrons present in the outermost shell. Okay, clear? We are choosing here number of electrons needed for become 8 electrons because it is the smallest number compared to the number of electrons present in the outermost shell. That's why we are choosing this number of electrons needed to become 8 electrons. Is this clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Anyone? Doubt? Anybody? We can do one more example. Justin, can you hear me? Justin.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what about the atomic number of sodium? Look at that table and tell me. Atomic number of sodium.
11.
Yeah, it's 11. And what about the number of protons and number of electrons?
Number of protons 11.
11. Then number of electrons? It's also 11.
11.
Yeah. Then how can we fill these shells? In the K shell, how many electrons? Yeah. Tell me.
2.
Yeah, it's 2. So the maximum capacity is 2. What about L shell? Its maximum capacity is 8. Yeah, so here also 8. What about M shell? M shell also maximum capacity is 8 because it is the outermost shell. And tell me. Two, 8, total 10. Here 11 electrons. So the last shell, how many electrons?
1.
Yeah, it's 1. Okay, so what about the valency? The case of sodium. So well, tell me. Yeah, it's 1. Okay. So in the case of sodium, we are just taking this number of electron present in the outermost shell. Okay. Then I will show you another example. That is sulfur. Sulfur. Lakshmi Nanda.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what is the atomic number of sulfur?
16.
Yeah, it's 16. What about the number of protons and number of electrons?
Protons, it is 16.
Yeah.
Other also 16.
Yeah, electrons also 16. Then how can we fill these electrons in different shells? K shell. K shell. No need to look at the textbook. Tell me, there are 16 electrons. Here, how many electrons need to fill in the K shell? The maximum capacity is 2. Gauri, tell me. Number of electrons? Yeah, let's.
2.
Okay, 2, 2. Then L shell, continue. Okay, Gauri, tell me. L shell.
8.
8.
Okay, okay, 8. Then what about the M shell? Lakshmi, M shell. Already 10 electrons entered here.
Ma'am, 6.
Yeah, it's 6. So what about the valency? No need to look at the textbook.
Ma'am, 2.
Yeah, 2. How you got this 2 as valency? Tell me. Tell me, Lakshmi, how you got this 2? Huh? Gauri, can you tell me how this 2 is obtained as valency? Yeah? Gauri, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell me how you got this valency as 2. Here 6 electrons in the outermost shell, but we choose 2 as valency. Why? No answer?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, that only 2 more electrons are required to
Yeah,
fill the
that's why.
last shell.
Here already 6 electrons are there in the last shell, right? So 2 more electrons are needed to become 8. That's why we are choosing this valency as 2. So we can calculate the value of valency, either the number of electrons present in the outermost shell or the number of electrons needed to become 8 electrons. Okay, clear? All of you just try all these examples. Then it will be more clear for everyone. Okay? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then we are moving to the next topic, that is atomic number, that we already learned. It is the number of protons of an atom. It is the number of protons of an atom. And it is
Ma'am,
yeah.
why does phosphorus has 3.5 as
Not
valency?
3.5, 3, comma 5, 3 or 5. It's just an exception. That's why. Wait. Yeah, in this case, it's just an exception. In some cases, 3 is taken as valency and some cases 5 is taken as valency. 5, that is the outermost electrons in the present in the shell, and 3 is the number of electrons needed to become 8 electrons. It's just an exception. So learn it like that. Okay. In the case of phosphorus, 3 and 5 can be taken as valency. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
It's just an exceptional case. That's why. Okay. Then atomic number. It is the number of protons of an atom. Okay, number of protons of an atom, and it can be denoted by Z. It can be denoted by Z. And I told you atomic number is equal to what and what? Atomic number is equal to number of Anjali Priya, tell me.
Atoms.
Number of?
Atoms.
No, I told you about the subatomic particles, that is equal to this atomic number.
8.
No. Atomic number of hydrogen is 1, right? Then what about the number of protons and number of electrons?
Ma'am, 1.
Yeah, 1. So we can tell that this atomic number, it is equal to number of protons and that is equal to number of electrons. Okay. This is in the case of all elements. Atomic number, it is equal to the number of protons and the number of electrons. Can be denoted by Z. Then for hydrogen, this Z equal to 1. Okay. For hydrogen, this Z equal to 1 because in hydrogen atom, only one proton is present in the nucleus. For hydrogen, Z equal to 1 because in hydrogen, only one proton is present in the nucleus. Then in the case of carbon, Z equal to 6 because there are 6 electrons present in the 6 electrons or 6 protons present in that atom. So we can define this atomic number as the total number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. Total number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. Clear? Justin? Justin?
Ma'am,
Yeah. Why are you laughing?
nothing, ma'am.
Nothing? Okay, read these points. Atomic number.
The number of protons of an atom denoted by Z.
Okay.
For hydrogen, Z is equal to 1 because in hydrogen atom only one proton is present in the nucleus.
Hmm.
Carbon, Z is equal to 6.
Yeah.
Atomic number is defined as the total number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom.
Okay. So, Adulya, can you tell me what is the value of Z in the case of oxygen? Z in the case of oxygen. Adulya, can you hear me?
8.
Yeah, it's 8. Very good. What about nitrogen? Minha?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what's the value of Z in the case of nitrogen?
Ma'am, 14.
Its mass. I ask you about atomic number, Z. Do you have textbook with you?
Ma'am, is it 7?
It's 7. Yeah, it's 7. Then what about this fluorine? Z equal to. So, well, can you tell me? So, well. So, well, are you there?
Yes,
No?
ma'am.
Ah, okay, tell me. What's the value of Z in the case of fluorine? Fluorine. What is the atomic number of fluorine? Huh? Atomic number of fluorine. Sean, can you tell me?
9.
Okay, fine. It's 9. What about the number of protons and number of electrons present in fluorine, Sean?
Ma'am, 9.
Yeah, very good. It's also 9 because atomic number that is equal to their own number of protons and number of electrons. Clear? So, you need to learn this atomic number of at least first 20 elements. So, we can find out the number of protons and number of electrons because it is equal. Okay, and it is needed to find out the valency also. Clear? Shall I move to the next topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. The next one, mass number. Okay. We already learned some masses of certain elements in the previous classes, right? In the case of carbon, it is 12. Then oxygen, it is 16. Nitrogen, it is 14, like that. Then we are going to learn how to find out this mass number. The protons and neutrons, just wait. The protons and neutrons, they are present in the nucleus and they together known as nucleons. Okay. This one is the nucleus. Here, this protons and neutrons present. And around this nucleus, the electrons are revolving in certain orbits. Right? So, these protons and neutrons present in the nucleus, they are called nucleons. Okay? These protons and neutrons present in the nucleus are called nucleons. And this mass of an atom resides in its nucleus. Mass of an atom, resides in its nucleus. For example, the mass of carbon is 12 U. What do you mean by this U?
Atomic mass unit.
Yeah, atomic mass unit. It is the unit of atomic mass. So, the mass of carbon is 12U because it has 6 protons and 6 neutrons. That is 6U plus 6U, that is equal to 12U. Okay, clear. That's the case of carbon. So we can define this mass number as the sum of the total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, the number of neutrons and protons present in the nucleus of an atom, it is called the mass number or simply mass. Is this clear for everyone? Atomic number, it is equal to the number of protons and that is equal to the number of electrons. In the case of mass number, it is the sum of the total number of protons and total number of neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. Clear? Is this clear for
Yes, ma'am.
everyone? Yeah, Arun, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you read these points?
The protons and neutrons present in the nucleus are called nucleons.
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 Hmm.
Mass of an atom resides in its nucleus.
Yeah, mass of an atom resides in its nucleus because the number of protons and number of neutrons, that is equal to their mass. That's why we are telling that mass of an atom resides in the nucleus. Okay, read.
For example, mass of carbon is 12U because it has 6 protons and 6 neutrons.
Okay.
6U plus 6U equal to 12U.
Yeah, then
Mass number is defined as the sum of the total number of protons and neutrons present in nucleus of an atom.
okay. Is this clear for everyone? Atomic number and mass number. So, Kshetra, can you hear me? Kshetra? Kshetra, can you hear me? Bastin? Bastin. Revu.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean by this atomic number?
Ma'am,
Yeah. It is the
number of
number of
protons.
okay, number of protons. And this atomic number, that is equal to number of protons and one more thing, number of atomic number is equal to number of protons and number of
Neutrons.
not neutrons,
Electrons.
electrons. Okay, Srihari, do not get confused. Atomic number, it is equal to the number of protons, that is equal to the number of electrons. Okay, atomic number, electrons, protons, 3 are equal. Clear? Then what about the mass number? Abin, can you tell me? Abin?
Ma'am,
Yeah. What do you mean by this mass number?
mass number is defined as the sum of the total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom.
Very good. Sum of the number of protons and number of neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. Okay? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me take your attendance. Abin Thompson present. Akhlam Fatima. Akhlam Fatima. She was there in the beginning. Okay. Alna Rose. Ananda Krishna. Anjali Priya present. Anthony Maxi present. Then Arun Bhaskar.
Present, ma'am.
Ashik Joshi. No. Adulya present. Bastin present. Devasena present. Yeah. Dominic, present. Elsa Babu? No. Amarin?
Present, ma'am.
Fagat? Fagat was there in the beginning. Gauri? Present.
Present.
Gaudam? No. Gerlin? Present. Jesslyn? Present. Joel? Justin?
Present, ma'am.
Karthik?
Present, ma'am.
Kshetra? Lakshmi Nanda?
Present, ma'am.
Melita? Present. Melita. Yeah. Minha present. Revu present. Said? Yeah. Sania?
Present, ma'am.
Shania?
Present, ma'am.
Sean Joseph?
Present, ma'am.
Soval present. Sriram? Absent. Srihari present. Swadi? Swadi. Okay. So, thank you all. Continue this topic in next class. Okay. Yeah, just leave. Okay. So, thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.